Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and this is another episode of Ridiculous Loadout. As you may already know, this is a series I started way back when in the Battlefield 3 days, basically whoring myself out for cheap views, running a suggested loadout from one of you in the comments section. Today, Carlton Craft Pro suggested the Vietnam War loadout. This consisting of the M16 without any attachments for the cops, or the AKM without any attachments for the criminals. Also the M9 pistol or the CZ75 for the cops and criminals respectively, the med bag and the survivalist perk. Now, I did spend a little time with the M16 here, but most of this footage seems to be skewed towards the AKM, which, well, it's a beast of a weapon any way you slice it in real life or indeed in Hardline. Obviously, the AKM is a modernized version of the world famous AK-47, hence the M in the name. The AKM has a few changes and tweaks over the AK-47, like the slanted muzzle brake to keep the barrel down during automatic fire, an integrated bayonet color, a reshaped wooden stock, a cleaning kit in a trapdoor instead stock, lighter magazines made out of steel, because apparently even lighter magazines made of aluminum didn't hold up to expectations in the field and were scrapped. And this thing will even take drum magazines from the RPK at 75 rounds a pop. Would be fun if one of these FPS games actually modeled it as a perk that maybe took up one of the accessory slots. Well, whatever, it's just a thought. The AKM in Battlefield Hardline is quite the beast, as I said. You can really make a difference with this thing equipped, put a dent in the other team. You see, as far as damage models go in Hardline, granted most of the weapons have different damage models, so there is no standard one like in Battlefield 4, for example, but the AKM seems to be above and beyond what the other assault rifles put up. Its starting damage is by far the best at 36, which goes out all the way to 30 meters, and it drops to 25 all the way at 50 meters. Now what this means is that 2 headshots are enough to kill at any distance, and inside of about 33 meters, 3 body shots will also kill, and barring that, 4 body shots kill at any distance. So, this is obviously a much better damage model than all the other assault rifles, which require 4, or even as in the case of the RO933, 6 body shots at that distance to kill. So, in the damage department, the AKM is obviously, it outclasses anything else. And as a side note, I think it should be mentioned here that the RO933, which I suppose is the game's M4, is just hopelessly outclassed by everything else and should be buffed. If not in the damage department, then maybe in the vertical recoil or the first shot multiplier. Give it something at least. But back to the AKM. It has a rate of fire of 600 rounds per minute, which is the slowest rate of fire of all assault rifles in Battlefield Hardline, and also a muzzle velocity of 580 meters a second, which isn't the best by any standards, but by far not the worst either. Its per shot vertical recoil is a well above average 0.6 degrees per shot, which incidentally is the worst per shot vertical recoil of any assault rifle in Battlefield Hardline. And while that on its own makes the AKM hard to handle, it also has the worst first shot multiplier of any assault rifle, namely 3 times the per shot vertical recoil, which is near record setting worst first shot multiplier of anything in a Battlefield game. So, although it puts down massive amounts of damage in the game, that's obviously balanced by making it the worst handling assault rifle of all time, which I'm not really all that much against. I mean, something had to be the other end of the stick in order for it to be balanced with the monster damage model that it puts down. But what I'm saying here is that the AKM is not a gun you want to tap fire. So, the first shot multiplier is going to give you such a massive amount of recoil that you're not going to be able to hit anything with any reasonable amount of accuracy. You probably do want to hold down the left mouse button, when you on target and try to manage the recoil with the mouse, or just aim for the feet and, let the recoil take you upwards if you can't manage it yet. Incidentally, the AKM also has a side-to-side recoil of 0.15 left and 0.4 right, making them A, uneven, so it's gonna pull more to one side and even be harder to control than it was before. And 2, that right recoil of 0.4 is actually a record-setting worst sideways pull of any assault rifle in Battlefield Hardline. So, it's definitely not a weapon for Bambis and people new to the Battlefield games. But, man, once it gets going, stand back and let it do its job. Another thing I forgot to mention here is the reload times. Again, the short reload of the AKM is the longest of the bunch, clocking in at 2.65 seconds, and its long reload is, again, nothing to write home about, clocking in at 3.37 seconds. And completely beside the point, but the one thing I'd like to see in Battlefield Hardline is a Tokarev's pistol. For the gangsters. I think it would add buckets of character to the game. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Ridiculous Loadout, and now, because I don't feel like suffering alone, Carlton Craft Pro must also run this loadout and upload it to YouTube, and I'll accept the link down below in the comment section. So thanks for watching, please rate and share this video, it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one, and remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.